Nolan, really good to see you. Today, we are talking through 3 strategies to minimize your Social Security taxes. Many retirees are surprised to learn that above a certain income, Social Security is taxed. In retirement, it's important to know how all your income streams will be taxed and how to mitigate those taxes. So let's just start at the top. How are Social Security taxes calculated?
So Social Security taxes, Erin, are calculated just a little bit differently than your normal taxes. They're based on something called provisional income or combined income. This is an income that has a lot of different components, and it's basically just built on thresholds where if that income, those components, go over a certain amount, some of your Social Security begins to be taxed. So this table shows what those thresholds are. And then if you want to get into what makes up provisional income is a combination of a few different things. The first and probably biggest drop in the bucket for most retirees is half of their Social Security income.
Yeah.
Erin, a lot of people don't think that Social Security is inherently taxed, but this is one of the bigger drops in this bucket. The second is usually ordinary income, W-2 income, like your IRA withdrawals, anything that generates a 1099-R like that. That's usually something that gets put into your combined income as well, your provisional income. And one uncommon thing that a lot of people miss is municipal bond interest, which is inherently a tax-free interest, but it's still calculated as part of your provisional income and would affect your Social Security taxation if you have too much of it.
Yeah, I can see why most people probably aren't aware of that. So let's talk through those 3 strategies that you recommend then to reduce your taxable income. And first, you say consider converting those tax deferred accounts to Roth accounts. And that's because, of course, those tax deferred accounts are your greatest liability.
Yeah, tax deferred accounts, meaning pre-tax 401ks, 403bs, IRAs, things like that. Those usually are people's biggest tax liability because every dollar you take out of those accounts, you have to pay tax based on what tax bracket you are in. So as tax rates are currently near historic lows and tax rates are set to go back up in a few years, unless there's some type of government prolonging of the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act that was passed nearly 10 years ago, we can plan on taxes probably going up in the future. So converting to a Roth right now may be a prudent decision for some people.
For many reasons, right? Second, you say consider shifting income investments. Some investments generate taxable income while others are non-taxable.
Yeah, and I alluded to one earlier, mentioned one earlier, which is municipal bonds. That's a huge one for a lot of people as far as shifting income. It's a way to reduce your taxes overall, having your income come from tax efficient vehicles like municipal bonds, although it may still impact your Social Security taxes. So it's always just something to consider if you want to reduce your tax bill overall, but it may still impact that Social Security income.
And the third strategy would be to delay claiming Social Security benefits.
And this is something that I think people are considering doing more and more. As you delay Social Security benefits and enlarge that benefit by 8% per year, you are also probably hedging your income with some type of IRA withdrawals. That's kind of similar to doing a Roth conversion. You're just taking tax deferred money out, pre-tax money out ahead of time before you start claiming a larger Social Security down the road. And then once you do have that larger Social Security, it's going to comprise most of your income, and then very little of your income will be taxed at that point. So it's a strategy that some people take to reduce taxes and to reduce that Social Security tax liability in their 70s and into their 80s for sure.
Really interesting to talk this through, Nolan. Again, I think a lot of people aren't aware of the taxes and tax implications, but it's nice to know there are strategies to address it. So if somebody wants to talk to you about implementing those strategies, what's the best way to reach you?
So they can call our office. It's 616-301-2581, or go to our website, which is cornerstone-rp.com, and fill out the contact us button at the bottom of the page.
Right. Nolan, thank you.
Thanks, Erin.